Well, good morning, folks. It is 10:38, and I'm in a food distribution line that the school district that Olivia goes to is holding today. We're over here at the Lakewood Stadium here in Atlanta, and I've been in line since about 9:45. The line actually starts on the other side of those trees. So there's a street on the outside of the gate. It starts over there, and then you come in over here in the corner here, and then you wrap around. So I've gotten closer to where they're actually giving out the food, which is over here, right there. And as you can see, it just kind of wraps around. There's 4 lanes, so 1, 2, 3, and then I'm in the 4th lane, and then it just wraps around over here to the 5th lane, and then once you get your food, then you exit out. So yeah, the giveaway started at it started at 10. It's from 10 to 12. I left my house at about 9:15 because I don't live too far away, and there's no traffic. I was hoping there was no traffic, and luckily, for me, my hope was granted, and there was no traffic, so I got here pretty quick. I actually got here quicker than I expected, so that's why I've been here so long. But yeah, I would say about an hour. It's 10:40 now. But yeah, so her school district is giving out food, and they're doing it 3 times this month. They do it every year. I think last year they only did it the 1 time, but this year I could be wrong about that. I wasn't able to go to the one last year, but what was I about to say? But yeah, they're doing it 3 times this year. This is the first location, and then they're going to do one next week at a different location, and then the third one on the week of Thanksgiving they're going to do at a different location. So we're going to try to make it to all of those, but today I am doing this food drive, and since it's early enough, I'm going to attempt to go to another food drive that's being held by the Atlanta Food Bank, and that's on another side of town. I got a flyer from the dialysis center last week, and I had been trying to go since last week. They're not open on Fridays and Saturdays, and they're only open certain times, Sunday through Thursday. So today I figured, you know what, let's make it a food drive day, or attempt to anyways, and see, what all we can get. I recommend you guys use your resources out there. I think with what's going on in the world, a lot of people are doing food drives. So, check your churches, check your school districts to see, check your YMCAs, check your nonprofits, just to see who is helping out in the community there, so that you guys can get some food in your pantries and in your fridge. But yeah, we're moving right along. The line started moving. We were at a standstill at first because, of course, it didn't start until 10. So at about 9:50-ish, they started going ahead and moving us through the line. So, yeah. All right, so I'm back at the house. Girl, it's cold out there. I had to switch from I had on my jean jacket, and I'm glad I had my hoodie in the car, because at the first place that I went to, I didn't have to get out the car. So I had the heat on, everything was all good. The second location that I went to, I had to get out the car and walk to the front, walk to the front of the building, yada, yada, yada. So I had to switch jackets. But anyway, so I didn't get a chance to get anything from the second location, which is a location that the Atlanta Community Food Bank owns. And so I wasn't able to get in there because it's based on appointment. So the security guard that was at the front, he pulled it up on my phone for me. I answered a bunch of general demographic questions and was able to set up an appointment. All of the slots for November are filled, so they don't have any appointments for November. So my appointment, y'all, is not even till December 30th. which, if I'm not mistaken, is on a Tuesday, which works out perfectly just fine. It's at 2:15. So that one is appointment based. It's through the client choice program. So that one's appointment based. So I had to get an appointment for that. So 2:15, I got to write it down on my little whiteboard up there. So 2:15, December 30th. Okay, I got me some coffee going. It'll be my second cup of coffee for the day. 12 ounces is what I generally push on my Keurig. That's the highest that it goes. And that's what I drink. It was cold outside, y'all. It's 33 degrees today. And the wind, it's that windshield that makes it feel so much colder than it actually is, because the sun is out, the sun is shining, everything. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I did get from the school district food distribution giveaway. I'm gonna take a few sips of my coffee. I'm gonna let my hands warm up a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I received. Two boxes here. We're just gonna go through them and see what we got. When we pulled up, they had us pop the trunks, and then they just kind of put stuff in the trunk, so I had no clue what we were getting ahead of time. Okay, so eggplants. This is a big eggplant. Look at that. Had some meal, eggplant parmesan. Then we've got some carrots. These are some big carrots. I don't think I've ever seen carrots this big, but this will be some type of pot roast or something. And then we've got squash. We've got some little ones here. So there's 4 carrots, 4 giant sized carrots. Cut those up. I'll probably cut these up and put them in the freezer until I'm ready to use them. Same thing with the can you freeze eggplant? I'm gonna have to Google it. If I can freeze that, then I'll freeze it. If not, I'll cut it up and freeze it. If not, then it'll be a upcoming dinner so that it doesn't go bad. And then the zucchini or the squash, I can freeze that. I can cut that up and freeze that. So there are 4, 5, 6 zucchini, so yay. And then we've got a cabbage, yay. And that is all in this box. Over here in this box, we've got some, let's see, it looks like it could be, yep, jalapeno cheddar rolls, I guess, or jalapeno cheddar bread. So there's 5 in there. And at first glance, I thought these were juices, but Modern Pantry shelf stable fat-free milk. So there's a bunch of these in here. Let's see. We've got 3. Let's see. So 11 boxes of the fat-free milk, and then we've got a bag of frozen chicken thighs. So I am not going to thaw this out, because I would like to thaw it out and then portion it, but I'm gonna just leave it frozen, and then when I do thaw it out, let me see, because I don't necessarily like to let things thaw out and then refreeze it. So maybe I could let it thaw out, cook whatever amount I'm gonna cook, and then kind of like meal prep the rest. Cook whatever meal, season it up, cook it, and then put it in the freezer. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So it'd be like a kind of like a meal prep. Prep some chicken, cook half the chicken, and yeah, so that's what we got from our food pantry. God is good all the time. I'm always grateful and thankful for all of his many blessings, and I hope you guys are too. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye.